Hello everybody, so this is another video about the star signs, and this one is about Aquarius. Now Aquarius have a lot of good qualities about them. The key thing about them is that they are the biggest humanitarians going around. You know, they really want to help to make the world a better place and really help everyone to be happier and to be at peace. So yeah, they really do that's one of their main goals in life. They're very inventive people and very modern people. They get on very well with technology. They're not, don't tend to be frightened of it or shy away from it. And they really will look at things differently and take a different spin on things than other people. So when you're working with an Aquarius, you may be quite surprised at some of the ideas that they come up with and some of the things that they work on. They're very honest people, generally speaking. They like to look for the truth in all situations. They're quite interested in conspiracy theories and looking at what's hidden, what's really going on behind the scenes and what we're not being told. But at the same time, they're quite broad-minded, quite non-judgmental, and they will accept most people from all walks of life. They're quite creative, so that they'll be interested in some kind of creativity, whether that's art or writing or whatever it might be. They're quite keen to express that side of themselves. They tend to be quite popular people because they're very friendly and gregarious, and they tend to have a lot of friends. However, these friends tend to be more of acquaintances than friends because they can be quite detached at times and only allow people to get so close to them. And can be quite changeable in that respect. Like one minute that you feel like you're really close to them, and then the next minute they don't talk to you anymore. So they can be kind of up and down at times. But they are very friendly, and they're certainly up for a lot of excitement in life. They're up for an adventure and doing different things. You know, they don't want to be sticking to the norm and sticking to routine. They like to get out there and try new things and take risks and do things that may be a bit different. And they really like to make other people laugh. That gives them a lot of joy and a lot of pleasure. So you'll find that they're really fun people to be around. They're extremely intelligent people. They're interested in a really wide variety of subjects. And you will find that they have a very good knowledge of each of these subjects. They're not people that are just going to skim on the surface. They're not just going to look on Wikipedia and get the basics. They're going to actually delve deeper into a subject and really try and get a really good grasp of it and understand it properly. And yeah, they're very inventive. Like I say, routine balls the hell out of them. So they'll always look for a different way of doing things than other people, and I always try and bring something different to the table. So they're quite interesting people to be around. They can be very independent though, both financially and emotionally. They don't like to rely on other people too much. They like to feel that they can kind of stand on their own 2 feet and look after themselves. So, but they'll always have your back. If they like you or they love you, they're there for you. They're very loyal, and they'll always stand by you and make sure that you're okay. So that's their good qualities. In terms of their not so great qualities, they can be very unpredictable. They don't tend to have a fixed behaviour pattern. So they're very hard to read in that sense. And just because they've behaved a certain way before doesn't mean they're going to do it again. So you can never be too sure where you stand with an Aquarius on how they're going to react. Yeah, and that can be quite disconcerting at times. They can also be quite inconsistent, as I said before, so it depends on how they're feeling at that moment as to how they'll react to something. So, like I said, just because they've been happy about something before doesn't mean they're going to be happy about it again. You can never be too sure what reaction you're going to get from them. As I said before, they're quite detached as well. They will only allow you to get so close, most people. And it stems from the fear of losing their independence. So they worry that if they allow people to get too close, that they'll end up relying on them. And that really kind of makes them feel a bit concerned and a bit worried. So you'll always find that yes, you'll be their friend, but they're not going to rely too much on you. They're still going to be quite independent in that sense. Um, they can be quite stubborn when they want to be. Um, they'll lend you a patient ear. So if you are having a problem, then they'll listen to the problem. But at the same time, they have very fixed points of view. So that if they have a belief about something, then that's their belief, and that's what they'll bring to your problem. And it doesn't matter if you try and argue that point, they're still going to, well, that's what they think you should do. So why aren't you listening to me? Because that's how it is. That's the way that it should be. So that can be quite challenging at times. Um, they can be quite aloof. And that comes from, of course, being the detached thing. So sometimes they'll be, texting you or ringing you or messaging you like 10 times a day, and then you won't hear from them for like 2 weeks. And you're thinking, well, what did I do wrong? Have I upset them? But it's not about you. It's about them and how they're feeling, and kind of making sure again that they're not getting too close and too reliant on being with somebody else. And they also, the final thing is that they're quite extreme people. So that in terms of their opinions and their interests and their values and their beliefs, they will go from opposite ends of the spectrum. So they're the people who are going to really look at, the edges of life and do things other people may shy away from and hold an interest in. So they're going to definitely take it to the extreme and look at things that other people may consider taboo or a bit strange. They're going to be the things that attract an Aquarius. So quite really interesting people, I find. Very people